Hi everyone. Oh, hold on. Let's get started here. Hi. So, double video day. Not something I typically do, but I just got the most intriguing comment and I want to talk about it. I want to see what people's opinions are. I um I don't always have the answers to all hard questions, and I think I have changed a lot on since my son was diagnosed. I mean, even back to before he was diagnosed, what were my thoughts and perceptions of people? And now he's 12, completely different. So I will set the scene once people hop on. Hello, hello. It's still 0. It's so cold. It's so cold here. And I just registered for Autism Family Camp. I just pressed. So it's hard for me to imagine July and what that's going to feel like because it is so dang cold today. Holy canary, it is cold outside. Uh, um, Spending the day packing up, working, and then packing up because we are taking Cooper swimming. Oh, we're taking all the kids swimming, but let's just say one of us is the most excited about swimming, and that is Cooper. Okay, so here is the topic that I want to discuss. And I want to say I don't have all the answers. I'm not always right. I'm listening. I love to learn. I will just tell you what I think. So, where this is stemming from, a week ago, I brought my son to the zoo and he was able to take in a dolphin show because we sat in the ADA seating. So, what ADA seating is specific seating for individuals with disabilities. And Cooper is autistic, that falls under the ADA. He would never be able to do something like a dolphin show or a movie or water slides or fly in an airplane without accommodations. Where it gets, I suppose you could say, hairy is Cooper's disability is indivisible. Invisible. Hey, Rachel. Rachel, I just registered for summer camp. You better get on it. Get registered, girl. It's in July. Hurry up. It's going fast. So, this is not the comment I want to discuss. I discussed this a couple days ago, but someone said to me, Cooper shouldn't get ADA seating because he is able to physically walk. And therefore, he is taking a seat from a person in a wheelchair. And what was so endearing about it was like half a dozen folks who do use wheelchairs commented and said, we would love to share seating with a fellow individual who has a disability. And it like gave me warm fuzzies because I don't always know where we fit in this world. Autism is this unique thing. It's not always visible. It's not always understood. There's so many severities and degrees, and it's just hard. So I pushed back on that lady, and I was like, I feel like you need to tread lightly here. I feel like you're saying that one individual's needs are more valuable or not as valuable. It was just gross. It was gross, and like she like backed away from it. So I saw a comment today that said, what's the big deal? We should be able to ask for proof of disability. I want to read you the exact comment because sometimes like people say that I make things up. So here's what she said. And again, coming at this with an open mind, and let's discuss. How is asking for proof of a disability a thing that shouldn't be done? Why shouldn't you or anyone else be asked for proof? I don't understand. I'm sure when it happens, it's to keep non-disability people from taking advantage. Okay, so where my mind first went, just so you know, like where my mind first went was, well, can we ask for proof of race or proof of gender? I don't think so. Like, I don't think that anyone's ever going to say, like, hey, should you be using the girls' bathroom? Or, hey, why are you in the men's? I think that is wowzers. No. Oh. I don't think you could say to someone, I just don't. So that was where my brain first went. And then I was like, okay, calm down, Kate. Let's think about this. And then I'll tell you where the second place my mind went. Okay, so this is where the second place my mind went. I was like, we don't have an autism card. Like, you don't get a diagnosis of autism and like get like your like cool card that you like tuck in your pocket and like, hey, autism, autism. I have his diagnosis from when he was 3.5. Like, do you want me to bring out his file folder? That was for my second. Okay, so then I was like kind of like feeling kind of humorous and I was like, Cooper, do an autism. Do an autism for that person so they know that you're autistic. Do it. Like, come on. Come on. Okay, I mean, I was just like kind of rolling to myself and laughing and chuckling because I was like, now I think there's two things here. I think in order for Cooper to get Medicaid, which is something that he gets to help with his disability, yes, there should be a lot of paperwork and a lot of process, absolutely. But should Carol, who works at the Minnesota Zoo, say to me or Cooper, do an autism before you can get the special seating? I don't know. I don't think that that's a thing. I don't know. And also, what if someone doesn't want to show a card? What if they struggle with mental health along with their disability? What if they're not yet comfortable talking about their schizophrenia or I'm just making this up, whatever it may be? Should they have to show it to a group of people to get help? Oh, someone just said the same thing I just said. I don't think that's appropriate. So I guess where my brain goes. So again, please feel free to disagree with me. I'm not going to get upset with you. I'm not going to ever. I think I like to learn. But here's the way my brain works. We really needed that seating. And it's a way better show if you sit in the bleachers. You're right up by the water. You're close. We would love to be able to sit in the bleachers. I don't think anyone wants to have challenges that prevent them from doing what everyone else does. Now, is there 0.001% people that fake a disability? Sure. I don't know anyone. I'm sure there are. We all know what, right? We've heard stories. But I don't think that I would ever look at a child and a mom or a dad or a grandma, whoever's there with them, and be like, you need to prove to be here. That's it too, Princess Smith. Like, no one wants to be separated. Okay, so that's actually a really good point that I haven't shared. So there was one other family using the ADA seating when we were there. And this was our first time. We've never even asked, right? So there was one other family. And it was a mom, a young lady in a wheelchair, a nurse, very clearly dressed in scrubs, PCA, something caregiver, something medical, and then 2 little siblings. Do you know that they only let the nurse stay with the individual with the disability? I heard them. It was right next to us. And they're like, oh, you only get seating for the individual and one other person. And I thought about that because, like, for example, what if we would have went with Jamie and Harbor and Winnie and Sawyer? We would have been split up. So this family that was next to us, the mom took the two littles and went and sat in the bleachers. And nurse stayed with the individual with a disability. No one wants that. Can I just speak for everyone? No one wants that. I immediately, you guys immediately thought of my family because I didn't know that. I just assumed whoever you went with got to sit together. But it makes sense, right? It makes sense because we may have lots of individuals that need accommodations, so we can't have lots of family members. I guess it makes sense, right? Now, on this day, they could have stayed. Maybe they didn't want to get chairs out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a logical thing, but I immediately thought of my family, and I actually went kind of two ways because Cooper was sitting on the stairs, so I had a lot of time to think. I had like 12 minutes to sit there, and I was thinking this will be easier for Cooper to watch because his wild toddler siblings aren't here. So I thought of that, and then I was like, gosh, like what if we were at Disney and like this would stink? Like we'd be separated the whole time. So please know that like I really am just trying to share this world with you. So I don't think a lot of people are going to ask for ADA seating that don't need it. Call me naive, call me Minnesota nice, call me the kindest person. Fine, someone's gonna do it, but could you imagine walking up to a family and being like, show me your disability or get out of here? I think you would be in a world of hurt. I think you would have a lawsuit on your hands. That's my guess. So someone can challenge me on this. Please do. So no Disney accommodates the whole family. I think they should accommodate the people. It's different now and just make accommodation normal seating. Here's another thought to ponder. I have multiple sclerosis and my doctor gave me a handicap permit. One day I parked and got chewed out for it. My mom said not every handicapped person is visibly disabled. Fast forward 30 years later, I still work full time because I want to, and the doctor suggested it would help me. Yeah. So we were actually offered a handicap permit. Autism is a qualifying condition, and that can evoke some feelings in people as well, because Cooper is physically able to walk. Cooper has came a long way in his 12 years. But if we were to just take a walk down memory lane, and a lot of you are going to relate to this that have children like mine, if Cooper wants to not move, he's not moving. So there were times when we would have to go to therapy, different medical appointments, and you're parking a mile away. You're parking super far away in a ramp with elevators. You're parking far away. And there would be times where I wouldn't be able to get him to move. And I thought to myself, like, gosh, this would be so much easier if we had handicap parking. But I could never bring myself to do it. I think for fear of judgment. 100% fear of judgment. Honestly. Do we need one now? Nope. Cooper is absolutely able to walk in a parking lot because we have worked on it for 12 years. Is it perfect and beautiful? And no. Do I still worry all the time and have to hold on to him? Absolutely. Yes. Is it Takeda? So that's another thing. So she's talking about like a colostomy bag and using handicap bathrooms. So another thing that we've gotten some side eyes at is using the family restrooms. So typically, like if you go to Target, There's men's, there's women's, and there's a family one. And I will always choose to bring Cooper into the family restroom. So he cannot, at age 12, go into a men's bathroom alone. I can say right now, I don't know if he'll ever be able to. And I've had many parents say to me of adult children like Cooper, you be careful with bathrooms. Things can happen in bathrooms. And I have held that close to my heart. So A, he's not in any way ready. But B, we take bathrooms really seriously. So if there's not a family restroom, he comes in with me. He's a 12-year-old boy. No one has ever said anything to us, knock on wood. Okay, I'm going to knock. I'm just knocking on the wood there. Because now it's going to happen. But if there's a family restroom, we go in together as well. And we've had some side eyes. And he's not a fast bathroom dude. Like, Cooper has a disability. Things take, whatever. It's not even worth digging into. Just trust me when I say things take time. And, you know, we've had some side eyes with that. And it's like, I don't know what you want me to do. Prove that we need to use this space. It's complicated. I would have never, ever thought to the future to where we are now. The bathroom thing is a really big concern. I've heard some pretty sad stories about female caregivers being judged for taking in their adult sons and fathers taking in their adult daughters. Think about that. There's many dads that take care of their daughters. It ain't just moms, you know. So as the child ages, I have heard some parents make an announcement as they walk into the bathroom that an individual with disabilities is coming into the bathroom to give a heads up. So Laura, that's awesome, and I love that. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. I think maybe I will be, right? I don't know. Maybe I'd be nervous to say that, but why would I be? I don't know. I don't know that yet. I'm not there yet. But today, we're taking a little bit of a road trip, and that's just something that I have to think about. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. So yeah, I guess I'm not going to stay on much longer, but I just thought that was a really interesting thing for someone to say that we should have to prove his disability. And I just don't think that we can ask people to prove their disability. Is there anyone that disagrees with me? Please don't feel uncomfortable. Like, it's so odd. It's so odd. And I think we're in such a PC sensitive world more than like ever that I just can't imagine that. It is an ADA violation. It is. But here's the thing. People believe that ADA just applies to individuals with physical disabilities. They don't think that, LOL, prove that they don't have one. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. We are always proving disabilities through the state. It's like never ending. It's like, how much evidence do we need? Well, that's the thing. It's like, I don't even know what I would do to prove it. Like, because just think about like where you are, where you're asking for accommodations. The movie theater, the zoo, like, would anyone really know what Cooper's Medicaid card is? I don't even think most people know what Medicaid is, honestly. Most people are like, Medicare? It's like, no, Medicaid. So like, I don't have a folder here, but like, could you imagine if I was like, well, that's the thing. Like, you would never have to show like someone's diagnosis. That's so private. Like his diagnosis form has like his whole medical history on it. Like his date of birth and his social and his weight and his um and who carries that around? Yeah, it's just nuts. I don't know. This is all new to me, so please know this is like um this is a really different life. And I don't always know what I'm doing. There's no manual. They're not like, here is your guide to care for your child with a disability. Here is everything to do and don't do. Literally, oh, it's so funny. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. It's not like that at all. Like, you don't even like, that's another thing. You shouldn't have to show your Medicaid card. That's actually a really good point. That's very private. That's very private. Yeah. Oh gosh, I think this is interesting, but people think this way. Like she wasn't afraid to comment that. She's like, I think that you should have to prove your disability. What's the big deal? You should have to prove it. Well, how? How what is he supposed to do to prove that he's autistic? Like, Cooper, be nonverbal. Go. Like, I don't know. That would be like asking someone in a wheelchair, like, get up and try and walk. Like, get out of here. Get out. I don't know. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to take, if you tell me that you have a disability, I'm going to believe you. I'm here. Maybe I wasn't always like this. Maybe I used to be judgy and not kind and not, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know, but trust me now going forward. I am here and I am listening and I am trying to do the right thing. Goodness. Goodness, goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have to go get ready. I gotta pick up Snoopy Joe. Because we are headed to go swimming. So, have a great day, everyone. I will check in from this weekend. Okay, bye, guys. Thanks for being here.